All right. So before to continue, Alina, could you please tell me what day is today, please?
Today is Wednesday.
Good. Alejandro, what day was yesterday?
When Tuesday?
Tuesday. Excellent. Pamelita, what day will be tomorrow?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, my kids. So yesterday we were analyzing this conversation. We saw a video and as well we checked some vocabulary. Today we're going to continue working with our book. So in this case, we are going to see some characteristics about our pets. The things that you may say according to your pet, okay? Now, here in this case, we have like positive and negative aspects, okay? Or positive and as well negative adjective. What is it about? Look at this. As I told you before, in my personal case, I have 6 dogs and 2 bunnies, 2 rabbits. And each of my single dog has a different characteristic from the other ones, okay? And as well, I know that you have pets. So for example, let's go with Dairita, did you have a pet? Maybe did you have a dog, a cat? Did you have a pet? What did you have? A dog or a cat? What kind of pet did you have? A dog. All right, now, because you are the owner, because you spend your time with your pet, you know how is your pet. In this case, we have some characteristics. Positive characteristics about our pets are friendly and smart. Would be. Of course, you can change and you can use others. But as well, we have clean, quiet, cute, and funny. All right, my translators. What do you think is in this case friendly? What is friendly in this case? Friendly. What is friendly? Excellent. Very good. What about smart? Smart.
Inteligente.
Excellent. Now, don't forget in this case, we have synonyms of the words. In this case, we say smart. We also may say intelligent. We may say clever and many others, okay? And as well, if you analyze in about 10 years ago, about 10 years ago or maybe over 10 years ago, we started to see like smart TVs, smart watch, you see? Because these kind of devices are very technological. And then we have clean. What is clean?
Limpio.
Limpio.
Excellent. And quiet.
Tranquilo.
Tranquilo, quieto.
Excellent. And then we have cute.
Adorable.
Adorable.
And funny.
Divertido.
Excellent. Now, Sophie, you have your cat over there. What would you say about your cat? What are the characteristics of your cat? Maybe your cat is friendly, clean. What is your cat? How is your cat, Sophie? A lo mejor es limpio, es bonito, es divertido, it's cute, clean, funny. What is your cat? How is your cat, Sophie?
Funny.
Funny. All right. What is the name of your cat?
Manchita.
Okay, good. Manchita. So, as well, in this case, my kids, we have like negative aspects or not aspect, but I think negative adjectives that as well we can use about our pets. In this case, we have noisy. Noisy. What do you think is noisy in this case? Noisy.
Ruidoso.
Yes. For example, in your personal opinion, or according to your point of view, what are the animals that you consider are really noisy? For example, what do you think? That are really noisy, that are very noisy. What are those animals? For example, let's talk about dogs. Do you think dogs are noisy?
No.
No, I think yes, because they bark.
Yes.
What about, for example, let's imagine if you have a fish. Do you think that a fish is a noisy animal?
No.
Of course no, right? And we have unfriendly. What do you think is unfriendly in this case?
No amigable.
Yes. Now, in your personal opinion, look, we have some pets that they are very friendly with our relatives, but with people that they don't know, oof, they are really unfriendly. I'm going to talk about my pet. Mis cachorros aquí en la familia son muy amigables, muy bonitos, pero cuando conocen a alguien que es extraño, se convierten en unfriendly. ¿Cierto? That happened? Yes, especially with dogs, And then we have as well, naughty. What do you think is in this case?
Travieso.
Excellent. Now,
Travieso.
if you have to compare dogs and cats, what do you think, or in your personal point of view, maybe do you consider dogs are naughtier than cats, or maybe cats are naughtier than dogs? What's your opinion? Kerly, what do you think?
Yo tengo
Dogs or
dos
cats?
gatos y dos perros. Una
Ya.
es pitbull y otra es bull terrier.
Uh-huh.
Y pasan con los gatos acá adentro.
But there is no problem.
No,
Okay.
no se pelean.
Okay, good. All right, look at this, my kids. When you want to a pet, you may use like some adjectives to describe the kind of pet that you'd like to have. For example, if I say like, I want kids, I want a funny pet. If I say in this case, I want a funny pet, I want a funny pet, what would be your recommendation for me if I say I want a funny pet? What would be your recommendation for me if I say, hey kids, I want a funny pet? I should get a, what do you think? In your personal point of view, what do you think is that funny pet? ¿Qué me recomendarían si pido una mascota que sea divertida?
A dog.
A
You
dog?
should get a dog.
Yeah, I should get a dog. What else? What else? What else? What would be your recommendation, Alina? Your microphone?
A rabbit.
A rabbit as well? Yes, could be. Uh-huh. And in this case, you may say the animal that you consider is the best option according to the characteristics that somebody is saying. Okay? As well, for example, yeah, let's imagine that in this case you say that you recommend for me a dog. Now, what do you think is a negative aspect about dogs? They are noisy, unfriendly, or naughty? What do you think about dogs? They are noisy, unfriendly, or naughty?
Naughty.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, and then another animal. Let's go with Pamelita. What would be if somebody says, hey, I want a funny dog? All right, you should get a dog. But that person says, but they are too naughty. What would be your recommendation if somebody says, no, I don't like dogs because they are so naughty? What would be your recommendation? So instead of dog, what would be your recommendation in this case?
A bird.
Yeah, all right, a bird. A bird would be a parrot. I don't know. All right, then you get a bird. Now, what is a good characteristic about the bird, about having a bird? What do you think is a good point of view? Friendly, smart, clean, quite cute, or funny?
Smart.
What?
Smart.
You're smart. You're smart. Okay, so in this way, you can use some expressions, and as well you can recommend to somebody if you're if somebody needs a pet. Okay, that is the first part. Now, in this case, don't forget that yesterday we analyzed these words. And what is important in this case? When you are practicing this kind of activities, even with the tracks that you have in your CD in your CDs, you always try to repeat the words in a similar way to the speaker. Okay, so in this moment I am going to share the sound with you, analyze again the words, remember and repeat with your best intonation, okay, with your best pronunciation. All right, I want to share the sound with you. We're going to check again the words. Here we go.
Unit 7, Key Words. Number 1, toy. My baby sister loves this doll. It's her favorite toy. Number 2, male. Male animals are usually bigger. Number 3, female. Female animals have babies. Number 4, smart. John is a smart guy. He gets good grades in school. Number 5, train. You can train a cat to use the toilet. Number 6, apartment. I live in a big apartment with 3 roommates. Number 7, yard. In the summer, I often sit in the yard and read a book. Number 8, panda. Pandas are black and white animals. They live in China. Number 9, cage. The monkeys at the zoo are in a cage.
All right, so please let's practice. Let's go with Maria Paz. Maria Paz, please go with the number 1 again, the word and then the sentence, please.
Toy. My baby sister loves this doll. It's her favorite toy.
Excellent, very good. Victoria, let's go with male. Number 2, Victoria.
Male animals are usually bigger.
Excellent. Let's go with Thais, number 3.
Female animals have babies.
Good, perfect. Let's go with Juan Pablo. Juan Pablo, number 4, Curly, number 5. Juan Pablo, number 4. Smart.
Smart. John is smart. he gets good grades in school.
All right. Kerly, number 5. Train.
Train, train a cat to use the toilet.
Yes, you can train a cat to use the toilet. Yes, and this is something particular. Some people used to say that cats are really clean, and if you train them, they can only go to the toilet in a specific place. If you train them to go and then do pee-pee or poo-poo, they can do in the sandbox, and that's it. But with dogs it's totally different. All right, now let's go at number 6. Let's go with Tiffany. Apartment.
Apartment. I live in big apartment with their roommates.
We have 3 roommates. All right, let's go with Dairita, number 7.
Yard. In the summer, I often sit in the yard and read a book.
Excellent. Carmelita, number 8. And Alina, number 9.
Pandas are black and white animals. They live in China.
They live in China. Alina?
The monkeys at the zoo are in a cage.
Excellent, very good. Okay, so now we are going to analyze another topic that is called direct and indirect objects. Okay, what is it about? When we create sentences, most of the time we use the following structure. We use a subject, we use a verb, and of course, we use a complement. And here, in the complement, we have objects, we have adjectives, determiners, nouns, and so on and so forth. Okay? But in this case, we are going to analyze how to say or even how to change the sentences from direct to indirect. Okay? But in this case, the clue is you have to focus on the objects. You have to focus on the objects. Look at this. Analyze the first example that we have in this case. I need to buy a toy for my puppy. Look at this. In this particular sentence, we have I, subject, need to buy, in this case is the verb, and here we have the object. Here we have the object, that is a toy. And as well, we have for my puppy. Another sentence that we have is, they give a gift to Jenny every year. In this case, we have as well subject, verb. Here we have the object and then the complement. This is a direct object. But how to notice the difference about this? I am going to present you something and try to analyze and try to focus on this topic, okay? So here we go. So in this case, we are going to try to analyze direct and indirect object. As I said before, every single sentence, especially the affirmative sentences, they have a primary structure or like a general structure in order to communicate something. The structure, as I said before, in this case, is subject, verb, and object. What we are looking for or what we want to say. For example, the direct object is the one that indicates the sentence object, the person or thing involved in the action and responds to what or who question. In this case, we have Lucas kicks the ball. Quiero que analice aquí que nosotros, ¿cómo identificamos el objeto directo? El objeto directo nosotros lo vamos a indicar planteándonos las preguntas qué o cuál. De la siguiente manera. Ya vamos a ver. Miren. Aquí la oración dice, Lucas patea la pelota. Lucas kicks the ball. Lucas, sujeto, kicks, la acción, el verbo, the ball, el objeto. Look at this. To understand it in a better way, always you have to try to follow or ask yourself the following questions. Si queremos identificar estas partes en una oración, usted tiene que hacer la siguiente pregunta. ¿Quién en la oración es el sujeto? ¿Quién es en la oración el sujeto? Lucas. Él es el que realiza la acción. Ahora, ¿qué es lo que él hace? What is the action that he's doing? Él patea algo. Ahora, ¿qué es ese algo? ¿Qué es lo que él patea? ¿Qué es lo que él patea? Él patea una pelota. Y este viene a ser el objeto. That is the object. So, in that order of ideas, ball is the direct object because it is receiving the action. Okay? So, for example, if I say, in this sentence, my students, what do you think is the subject in this case? What is the subject? What is the subject?
They.
Excellent. Subject is they. And what do you think is the verb?
Cook.
Cook.
Cook is the verb. And what is the object?
Pizza.
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 Y nos planteamos las preguntas. Hey, ¿quiénes son los sujetos? Ellos. ¿Qué es lo que están haciendo ellos? Cocinando. ¿Y qué están cocinando ellos? Ah, están cocinando una pizza. Ese es el objeto. Así es como nosotros vamos a identificar los objetos en este tipo de oraciones, ¿ok? You have to analyze. Ahora sí se viene la parte de cómo vamos a hacer un switch. ¿Cómo le cambiamos a la parte indirecta? Analyze in this case. Look at this. On the other hand, we have indirect object. So, in this case, is the recipient of the direct object. It answers the questions to whom, for what. For example, Mercy gave to her mother a painting. In this case, we have Mercy gave to her mother a painting. Look at this. We are going to analyze. Esta oración que nosotros la tenemos está en una forma directa. ¿Cómo es la forma indirecta? ¿Cómo será la forma directa de hacer esta oración? Pay attention in this case. Mercy gave. ¿No es cierto que aquí nosotros tenemos identificado el objeto indirecto y un objeto directo, que es la pintura, a paint? En la oración directa, ¿no es cierto que decimos que el objeto directo va después del verbo que recibe la acción? Por lo tanto, si fuera una oración directa, yo dijera, Mercy gave a painting to her mother. Miren, Mercy le dio una pintura a su mamá. A su mamá. ¿Y cuál es el objeto? Esto. La pintura. ¿Quién recibió esto? Su mamá. ¿Cómo cambiamos o cómo hacemos una oración indirecta? Este objeto que nosotros ya lo identificamos en las oraciones directas, esto viene a ser lo que recibe. En este caso. Mercy le dio ¿a quién? ¿A quién le dio? A su mamá. ¿Qué le dio? Una pintura. Only you have to change. Okay? Now, let's analyze. You have to do, or you have to follow, in this case, the following structure. You may say, who's the subject? ¿Quién es el sujeto? In this case, Mercy. What action did Mercy do? ¿Qué acción hizo Mercy? Ella dio algo, ¿no es cierto? ¿Qué es lo que ella dio? A painting. She gave a painting, una pintura. Hasta aquí nosotros tenemos identificado el objeto directo. ¿Y cómo realizamos el objeto indirecto? Que ahora va a ser esta persona que va a recibir. Hasta este punto, at this point, we know that the object is the painting. To whom does she give the painting? ¿A quién ella le dio la pintura? A su mamá. Y este es el objeto indirecto. ¿Sí? La persona que indirectamente recibe. By answering to whom, we understand that her mother is the indirect object in the receive of the direct object. But you have to try to do the following, these following questions. So, let's back to our book. In our book, we have, miren nuevamente, yo necesito comprar un juguete. El juguete es el objeto directo. ¿Para quién? Para mi perrito. Como ya sabemos ahora que el juguete es el objeto que yo estoy utilizando, por eso si ven que hacemos esta transición de cambiar, yo sí, identificamos primero el sujeto y después quién es la persona que recibe, ¿sí? Persona, animal, whatever. They gave a gift to Jenny every year. So what did they give? What do they give? A gift. To whom? Jenny. And then you switch. Dicho eso, les doy exactamente un minutito para que me envíen la oración número 1 por medio del chat. Identifiquemos. I, ¿qué será I? Buy, ¿qué será buy? Food, what is food? And for my family. All right? Try to do this analysis and send me through the chat box. All right? Yeah, go ahead. You have a minute, please. Go on, go on. Hi, Steffi. All right. Which grade is your sister, Alina, in the 5th, 6th grade? Which grade did you say that is your sister?
Profe, le diré que son 5 minutos.
Not only 5.
Quinto.
All right. I got it. I got it. Excellent. Alina, very good. Tiffany, excellent. Continue, my kids. Continue. Send me through the chat box. Through the chat box, send me the sentences, please. Okie dokie. Very good talk. All right. So in this case, miren, identificamos, ¿no es cierto? Very good, Thais. Miren, I es el sujeto. Buy es el verbo. ¿Y cuál es el objeto? La comida. ¿Pero quién recibe la comida? Mi familia. So, I buy for my family food. That is how you do this indirect sentences. Okay? And that's it. And that's it.